Hello everyone, I am Megha Pathak from Art and Progressive School, your bio teacher. So children, as you know that we are revising the chapter Natural Resources. So today also we will revise oxygen cycle and water cycle. So let's begin with it. First we will study about oxygen cycle. So what is oxygen cycle? The repeated circulation of oxygen between the different components of biosphere. And what are the different components of biosphere? The same biotic and abiotic. It is called oxygen cycle. And the same definition was of carbon cycle also. The repeated circulation of carbon between the biotic and abiotic components of the biosphere is called carbon cycle. And the same definition is of oxygen, but the word different is oxygen. Okay. So children, we know that oxygen is present in our atmosphere. Oxygen हमारे atmosphere में भी present है and its percent is 20.9%. Approximately 21%. And the most abundant gas present in the atmosphere is nitrogen. Its percent is 78%. And you know, oxygen it is also found in combined state also, like carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide. These gases also have oxygen. जैसे carbon dioxide में अगर हम देखें CO2, oxygen molecules are present, and in sulfur dioxide also SO2, oxygen is present. And oxygen it is also found in oxides of metal, silicates, carbonates, nitrates, etc. And you know, oxygen is essential part of the different organic molecules like carbohydrates, fats, proteins, amino acids, organic acids, and different nucleic acids like DNA and RNA. Okay, so oxygen it is the essential part. Children, the same thing I told about carbon also and nitrogen also. But remember, carbohydrates और फैट्स, कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स और फैट्स में कार्बन प्रेजेंट होता है, हाइड्रोजन प्रेजेंट होता है और ऑक्सीजन प्रेजेंट होता है. सो इन कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स एंड इन फैट्स, कार्बन, हाइड्रोजन एंड ऑक्सीजन. बट इन प्रोटीन्स, कार्बन इज प्रेजेंट, हाइड्रोजन इज प्रेजेंट, ऑक्सीजन इज प्रेजेंट एंड नाइट्रोजन इज ऑल्सो प्रेजेंट. ओके, सो प्रोटीन्स में प्रोटीन्स, अमीनो एसिड्स, न्यूक्लिक एसिड्स, नाइट्रोजन इज ऑल्सो प्रेजेंट. So carbon, oxygen, hydrogen and nitrogen, these are very essential because they form different organic molecules. Okay, like carbon. But nitrogen is not present in carbohydrates. Nitrogen carbohydrates में नहीं होता है, जैसे ग्लूकोज है, ग्लूकोज और फैट्स में नाइट्रोजन नहीं होता है. It is present in proteins, amino acids, nucleic acids. Okay.
Now children, let's understand oxygen cycle in detail. See, we have studied that oxygen is essential for respiration of most organisms. Most organisms because there are few organisms which are called anaerobes. They do not need oxygen. तो ऑक्सीजन ये जितने भी लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स हैं, ज़्यादातर ऑर्गेनिजम्स को ऑक्सीजन की ज़रूरत होती है फॉर रेस्पिरेशन. And the organisms which are anaerobes, they can respire without oxygen. So oxygen, it is used for oxidation of glucose, and this process releases carbon dioxide and water, and energy is liberated. See children, in the process of respiration, oxygen is used because oxidation of glucose takes place, which releases energy, and this kind of रेस्पिरेशन इज कॉल्ड एरोबिक रेस्पिरेशन, जिसमें ग्लूकोज का ऑक्सीडेशन होता है और इस प्रोसेस के बाद कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड फॉर्म होती है, वाटर फॉर्म होता है और एनर्जी रिलीज होती है. एंड यू नो चिल्ड्रन, बर्निंग ऑफ ऑर्गेनिक फ्यूल्स लाइक वुड, कोल, पेट्रोलियम, नेचुरल गैस इन होम्स, ट्रांसपोर्ट एंड इंडस्ट्री आर कैरीड टू ऑब्टेन एनर्जी. देखिए, जब भी कभी कोई फ्यूल बर्न होता है तो उसके बाद कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड फॉर्म होती है. एंड बर्निंग ऑफ फ्यूल इट रिक्वायर्स ऑक्सीजन, क्योंकि कभी भी कोई भी फ्यूल बर्न होता है तो उसके जलने के लिए ऑक्सीजन बहुत ज़रूरी है, बिकॉज ऑक्सीजन इट सपोर्ट्स बर्निंग. सो इन द प्रोसेस ऑफ कंबशन ऑक्सीजन इज रिक्वायर्ड एंड कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड एंड वाटर आर फॉर्म्ड. Sulfur and nitrogen containing components of fuels are oxidized to form sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides. Children, just now I told you that oxygen occurs in gases like carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, and nitrogen oxides. So when fossil fuel burns, so sulfur and nitrogen containing components of fuels, they oxidize and form sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides. So oxygen from the atmosphere is used up in three processes. And what are these three processes? Combustion, respiration, and in the formation of oxides of nitrogen and sulfur. And oxygen is returned to the atmosphere in only one major process. And what is this major process? Photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the source of replenishment of atmospheric oxygen, because during photosynthesis carbon dioxide is consumed along with water and oxygen is liberated, and oxygen liberated during photosynthesis comes from water. देखिए फोटोसिंथेसिस ही एक ऐसी प्रोसेस है जिससे एटमॉस्फेयर में ऑक्सीजन रिप्लेनिश होती है, क्योंकि फोटोसिंथेसिस के दौरान ऑक्सीजन फॉर्म होती है विच इज़ द बाय प्रोडक्ट ऑफ फोटोसिंथेसिस, एंड कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड एंड वाटर दे टुगेदर फॉर्म ग्लूकोज एंड ऑक्सीजन इज लिबरेटेड. देखिए हमें ये लगता है कि जो ऑक्सीजन है वो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड से रिलीज होती है, बट ऑक्सीजन is released during photosynthesis comes from water. Children, we know that oxygen is necessary to life in the process of respiration. But you know, there are some bacteria which do not need this oxygen for respiration. And you know, one more important process which is nitrogen fixation. And about nitrogen fixation we have studied in nitrogen cycle. So you know, the process of nitrogen fixation, the bacteria, it does not need oxygen, means nitrogen fixing process, it does not take place in the presence of oxygen. So children, we have completed oxygen cycle. Now we are moving towards the water cycle. So let's begin with it. Water cycle is the circulation of water between various components of biosphere, especially evaporation of water from sea, falling on land and flowing back into the sea by rivers. So what is water cycle? Water cycle is the circulation of water between various components of biosphere. And what are the various components of biosphere? Biotic and abiotic components. And in this process, evaporation of water occurs from sea. And this water, evaporated water, fall on the land and it flows into the rivers, and from rivers again it comes into the sea. And the storehouse or pool of water is sea, where 97.5% of water occurs. देखिए water का storehouse sea या फिर ocean है. And the small amount of water occurs on land as groundwater, soil water, surface water. And what is surface water? Surface water which is present in lakes, rivers and in ponds, and as snow on mountain tops and on polar regions. देखिए जो वाटर का स्टोर हाउस है दैट इज ओशन और सी, और कुछ अमाउंट में वाटर जो कि लैंड में प्रेजेंट है एज ग्राउंड वाटर, सॉइल वाटर और सरफेस वाटर. सरफेस वाटर जो कि लेक्स, रिवर्स और पॉन्ड्स में है, और कुछ अमाउंट में वाटर माउंटेन टॉप्स में भी प्रेजेंट है इन द फॉर्म ऑफ स्नो, और पोलर रीजन्स में भी water is present as snow. And all living organisms also contain water, and the extra water present on land flows back into sea in the form of rivers and groundwater. और जो भी extra water है वो rivers के through और groundwater के through वापस से sea में आ जाता है. Children, see, terrestrial plants, they absorb water from soil by means of their roots, and animals, they obtain part of their water requirement from food, and they also drink water from various water bodies to meet their extra requirement. And human beings, we also pump out a lot of groundwater as well as withdraw water from surface water bodies, and water is used for washing, bathing, cooking, irrigation and industrial use, and the waste water is passed back in water drainage system. देखिए plants की रूट्स वाटर एब्जॉर्ब करती हैं फ्रॉम द सॉइल, एंड एनिमल्स दे नीड वाटर, सो they fulfill this water requirement from their food and they also drink water. और human beings हमें तो बहुत ज़्यादा पानी की ज़रूरत होती है, and for our water requirement we are dependent on groundwater, as well as we get water from surface water bodies, and the waste water is passed back in water drainage system. And by the process of evaporation, the liquid water converts into vapor state. And major sources of evaporation are ocean, lakes, rivers, canals, ponds, moist soil and moist articles, etc. And plants, they also lose a lot of absorbed water in the vapor form. And this process is called transpiration. देखिए प्लांट्स भी बहुत सारा वाटर एटमॉस्फेयर में रिलीज करते हैं वाटर वेपर्स के फॉर्म में, और इस प्रोसेस को हम कहते हैं ट्रांसपिरेशन. Transpiration is the process in which plants they lose water in the form of water vapors. और ये जो process होती है स्टोमेटा के थ्रू होती है. Stomata are the tiny pores present on the leaf surface. And animals, they also lose a lot of water in vapors in their breathing, liquid form, in urine and perspiration. Decay of living beings also releases water that evaporates. And water vapors, they are very light. That is why they rise in the air. They cool down. Cooling of water vapors produces tiny water droplets which aggregate around dust particles, and the condensed water vapors form clouds. Clouds may move to long distances according to global air current and cyclones. And clouds, they precipitate to produce rain or snow in very cold areas. देखिए जो वार्म रीजन है वहाँ पे बारिश होगी और जो कोल्डर एरियाज़ हैं जैसे माउंटेन्स है वहाँ पे स्नोफॉल होगा. एंड मोस्ट ऑफ द रेन अकर्स ओवर सी, बट अ लॉट ऑफ प्रेसिपिटेशन ऑल्सो अकर्स ओवर लैंड. इट इज़ अ सोर्स ऑफ ऑल फ्रेश वाटर. देखिए जो रेन है यही फ्रेश वाटर का मेन सोर्स है. पार्ट ऑफ रेन वाटर फॉलिंग ऑन लैंड percolates into soil where it replenishes ग्राउंड वाटर. देखिए जो बारिश का पानी ज़मीन पे गिरता है धीरे धीरे ये रिस्क करके ग्राउंड वाटर को रिप्लेनिश करता है. इन कैचमेंट एरियाज पार्ट ऑफ percolating ग्राउंड वाटर कम्स टू द surface as spring and the remaining rain water flows over land surface as runoff. It forms lakes, streams, ponds. Springs and streams gives rise to rivers, and from rivers ultimately this water passes into sea. And while passing through and over the rocks, the flowing water picks up nutrients and they provide nutrients to aquatic plants and through them to aquatic animals. And marine organisms also depend upon these minerals for their existence. देखिए लैंड पर जो बहता हुआ पानी है जब ये रॉक्स के ऊपर से गुजरता है तो इसमें बहुत सारे मिनरल्स और न्यूट्रिएंट्स आ जाते हैं. And rivers, they carry many nutrients from the land to the sea. And these are utilized by aquatic plants, और aquatic plants के through ये aquatic animals पे आते हैं. And marine organisms, they are also depend upon their mineral and nutrients requirement for their existence. क्योंकि जो marine organisms है उनको भी minerals की ज़रूरत होती है उनके existence के लिए. So children, now we have completed water cycle. So today your homework is you have to write about water cycle and oxygen cycle in your notebook.